Aloha New Hope, Pastor Gavin here. On behalf of the Suda Ohana, I would like to extend our gratitude to the entire New Hope family for all of the love and support that we received over the last few months. Most importantly, the prayers, the hundreds of intercessors around the world that have been praying for us, the texts and the emails and phone calls have just been overwhelming. And we would like to thank you. Most importantly, we want to share with you the miracle that we witnessed. Have you ever walked into a store and read a sign that said all sales final? How does it make you feel when you read that? Well, Cheryl and I, when we were in college, we spent a season where we both worked in a department store. And this department store was well known for its return policy. The return policy was so liberal. Anyone could bring back anything. And in spite of how liberal this return policy was, people would come in and try to abuse the policy. They would even attempt to return things that they never bought in our store. Now, it was our job as sales associates to enforce the rules. Whatever the policy was, we had to abide by that policy as employees. And sometimes we'll be there and we'll be explaining things to a customer and we will tell them, I'm sorry, but you can only get merchandise credit. Or I'm sorry, we can't take this back because you didn't buy it here. Now, there were some times when they would say, I want to speak to a manager. And we would go ahead and we'd call the manager would come down and the manager would listen. And there were some times when the manager would say, I'm going to approve this. And the manager would sign for an exception to policy. A few months ago, my dad contracted COVID-19. The disease caused a lot of damage to his lungs. Eventually, he had to be placed on a ventilator. They put him in an induced coma because his lungs were fighting the ventilator. Now, they had the ventilator settings so high that they told us, the doctors did, that they had never seen someone come back from ventilator settings that were that high. Well, he did. And when his lungs started to recover, they were able to reduce the settings, eventually removing the medication that had him in a coma. Well, even when they removed the medication, he did not wake up. We prayed. We had sent out prayer requests. There were intercessors from around the world who were praying for him. We were so touched. And most of the intercessors were telling us that he was going to wake up. But that's not what the doctors were saying. Many doctors were telling us that he was already gone and the machines were just keeping his body alive. Jesus told us, I give them eternal life, and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. My Father, who has given them to me, is greater than all. No one can snatch them out of my Father's hand. I and the Father are one. Now, I prayed for my dad. I told my mom when she went in to go see him to take her phone and put it by him, and I would pray for him. And I said, rise up, get up, just like Jesus had said to Lazarus. I was reading that story about Lazarus because I refused to believe at that moment that my dad was gone. Now, about a week after that, I get a call from my brother. My brother calls me in the morning and he tells me that my dad got up. Against all odds, against everything that the doctors had said about him being dead and never coming back, he woke up again. When he woke up, I was able to get on a Zoom call and share the gospel with him. And my dad rededicated his life to Jesus. Less than 24 hours after that, my dad would quietly pass away. The Lord is so gracious. No matter what we believe, He has the final say. God can give an exception to policy. Not all sales are final. We can come and bring anything to Him. even if he didn't give it to us. He is ready to take our burdens. And I believe that, and I trust in that. And I know that no matter what happens, my dad will be with the Lord now. Once my dad rededicated his life, nothing else mattered to me at that point. That was the most important thing that he needed to do, and he got it done. I believe that the Lord brought him back so that he could be offered eternal life, and he accepted. So again, I want to thank all of you for all of your support, all of your prayers. Our hearts are so full right now, and we know that my dad is with the Lord. Thank you, New Hope, and I hope you have a great week. Hope to see you at Easter weekend.
Click subscribe and tap the notification bell to get the latest videos as soon as they are posted.